I think I'm becoming a. She ghosted me, man. 3 dates and a kiss. It means nothing, apparently. Right when I thought I was finally moving on from my ex. I mean, I noticed the pattern. I thought I could salvage it, but nope. I mean, her and I would talk a little. She'd leave me on red for a week to where I would have to hit her up again. We'd talk again. She'd leave me on red again. Rinse and repeat and rinse and fucking repeat. You might say, oh, maybe she's busy. Bullshit, this bitch ain't busy. Oh, she can leave me on red for a week, but she posts on Instagram every fucking day, right? Bet. You might say, oh, hey, maybe she doesn't want to talk to you anymore. Maybe she's found someone new. That's fine. Just tell me that. Don't have me out here looking stupid. No, I'm supposed to take a hint, right? No, fuck a hint. Be an adult. Say something. Use your words, goddammit. But nah, I'm just left hanging like my feelings don't matter, like I'm nothing. I swear these bitches ain't shit, man. I bet you probably think I'm one of those manosphere guys, right? Nah, those manosphere dudes, they are a different breed entirely. It's just I don't respond well to being discarded as if I'm insignificant. I would say that's a fair response. Because believe it or not, I wouldn't do this. Actually, that's not true. There was this one girl who I kind of wasn't feeling like that, and I guess I kind of just ceased communication. I mean, to be fair, she unfollowed me on Instagram first, so maybe this is karma. Actually, no, this is not karma, because the amount of times that I've ghosted people doesn't even come close to the amount of times that people have ghosted me. And I would never string them along to 3 dates and a kiss. Come on now. Look, I'm not saying I'm entitled to anybody's attention or affection, because I'm not. It would just be nice to find someone who cares about my feelings as much as I would care about theirs. Fuck this shit. You're not gonna believe this. Remember the girl who ghosted me? She just wrote me. Guess what she said? She, she said, oh, I'm awful. I don't want to lead you on. I think we'd be better as friends. Blah, blah, blah. Weeks of silence, only to hit me with that bullshit like I didn't already figure it out for myself. And you know what I told her? Whatever. And get this, she gets mad at that. She writes me back and says, wow, that's the perfect thing to say. No, 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 no. You do not get to dictate to me how I'm supposed to feel about your actions, or rather, lack thereof. I can handle rejection, but weeks of silence? Come on now. And did I bother you? Did I bombard you with messages? No. Even though I wanted to know what the fuck was going on, I left you alone. I respected your right to privacy. I ain't flip out. I gave you the benefit of the doubt only for you to eventually tell me what I already figured out for myself. And do you know how that makes me feel? No, you don't, because clearly you don't care. No, 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 you care more about posting on your Instagram story that you're hanging out with so and so, right? Bet. But nah. The whole time, the entire time, I kept my cool. And for what? You know, I pride myself on how far I've come. You know, I'm still selfish, but I understand that the world doesn't revolve around me. You know, people have their own lives and their own things going on. I understand that. I respect that. So I'll be honest, it hurts. It hurts. It fucking hurts when people make it clear that they don't care about my feelings. Now, oh yeah, he's a big man. He could take it. He don't care. Keep jerking him around. He doesn't mind. All this All this character development I'm putting myself through to make myself better. All the while, people are making it clear to me that they won't show me the same courtesy. So, what's the point? There is no point. Fuck this shit. I think I'm becoming a... You know what I've been doing? Watching movies. I mean, I always watch movies, but I'm talking about from the late 70s to the early 80s. And you know what I've noticed? Young Sigourney Weaver? Hey. I mean, don't get me wrong, I've always had love for Sigourney Weaver, but this also made me realize that young Sally Field, hey. I wouldn't say it's necessarily about finding them attractive, though. It's I guess the way I view them. Like those would be the kind of women that I would want in my life. But I don't necessarily look at them the same way, if that makes sense. Like, let me explain. For Sigourney Weaver, that's the woman that I would want to climb a mountain for. You know what I mean? Like she up there, like up there. And I would want to meet her where she's at. And when I say that, I don't necessarily mean I'm climbing a mountain and when I get to the top, I win her as a prize. No, I'm climbing that mountain because I know that she's climbed that same mountain herself. So I know she's about her business. Like, I know she already has her own shit going on. So it's less of winning her and more so showing her that I'm good enough to be her equal. I guess that's what I would want in a woman. Now, for Sally Field, on the other hand, that's just pure emotion. I mean, like, she has these eyes. Like, I don't know what it is, but I genuinely do believe that those eyes can bring a grown man to his knees. I mean, don't get me wrong. Sometimes, depending on the role, her eyes can hold a certain kind of cheekiness. It's kind of like, I know what you did. I won't make a big deal out of it, but I want you to know that I know what you did last summer. I guess the real thing about her eyes is that I feel like I can look into them and just cry. I'm not joking. I'm being dead serious. Like all the internal pain, all the anger, all the resentment, all the sadness, I could just let it go, and I could just look into her eyes and I know that she won't judge me for it. She won't judge me for being emotional because I am an emotional guy. I am. I'm just forced to hide it. I would know that she would understand, and not only that, but I would know that she has my back and I have hers. That's what I would want in a woman. And if I could somehow find a way to combine Sigourney Weaver and Sally Field into one, but shit like that only happens in the movies. It is what it is.
I'm just saying, Iron Man should have kicked him in the balls.
Huh?
Iron Man. When he was trying to kill Bucky in Civil War, he should have kicked him in the balls. Don't you remember the movie?
Yeah, but... What?
Okay, I'm talking about the part when Bucky has Tony up against the wall and he's trying to rip out the arc reactor. And they're just standing there. Tony's doing nothing to stop Bucky. I mean, you want to kill him, right? Kick him in the balls. Super soldier or not, he's gonna feel that one. And then blast him and keep blasting him until he's dead. Mission accomplished.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think there's any honor in
kicking him in the balls.
Honor? Fuck is this, The Last Samurai? Dude killed your parents. Okay, fine, he was mind control, but if you really want to kill him, then you do what you gotta do. Why are you laughing? It's not funny. Why are you laughing? Stop laughing.
Well, my girl can't make me laugh now.
No, she can't. Stop laughing. Whatever. I'm glad you're happy.
So am I.
All good for you. What about me?
What, I don't make you happy?
I don't know. I haven't decided yet.
Yeah, okay. Hey, babe.
Hey.
You okay?
Yeah. I'm okay.
You don't sound okay. Did something happen?
Can we talk? It's kind of a serious talk.
Oh, okay.
I think we should.
How long can I think of myself as the victim? It's only so many times I can take L's in my love life and keep thinking it's the other person and not me. It's probably a bad time to bring this up, but I've been thinking about my ex recently and how there's still so much I don't understand about why we broke up. I thought that since she was the one who broke up with me, and how I was ultimately the one who wanted the relationship more, that would automatically put me in the sympathetic position, but like anything in life, nothing is that simple. I mean, it sucks, but I don't want to keep blaming other people for my downfall or my sadness, because that would mean that I'm turning a blind eye to my own potential shortcomings. And is it because I'm so eager for love that I always end up the one left hanging? Who knows? You know, the more I think of it, the more I begin to understand that I'm probably just not meant to find love, which makes it fitting that that's the one thing I seem to crave above all. I mean, how else can you explain how every time I pursue somebody, either it ends before it starts or it ends in failure? Who knows? I mean, disregard all the situationships, all the casual, no strings attached sex. I have no interest in that. I like to court. I actually like to go out on dates. Believe it or not, a walk in the park with a girl is the greatest thing ever to me. I mean, everybody seems to be messing with multiple people at a time. I can only focus on one person because I only want one person. Hoes in different area codes, I got no interest in that. I mean, random thought. That's why polyamory, you do your thing, you live your life, but I cannot fathom divvying up my time between multiple people. I can't. Besides, it's not even like I have much luck even getting one person. And even if I somehow do get her, I can't keep her. I can't keep her. And I guess that's what brings me back to Sigourney Weaver and Sally Field. Because the way I view them, the way they make me feel, it's a fantasy. I mean, I don't know these women at all. And perhaps I'm taking the way these actresses make me feel, and perhaps I'm using that as a blueprint for what I would want in my love life. Because it's a terrific fantasy, but it's a fantasy nonetheless. And you know what also seems to be a fantasy? Finding that one. Just that one. You know, the one worth climbing a mountain for. The one whose eyes I can look into and just cry. I don't know about you, but for me, she's not real. she's not real. And even if somehow she is, and even if somehow I do get her, I can't keep her. I can't keep her. It is what it is. I think I'm becoming a villain. Not an overly malicious guy, just someone who doesn't care anymore. Believe it or not, being the one to pursue, I hate it. I hate it so fucking much. It's a game that I do not enjoy playing because going out of my way to talk to somebody I don't know, that's just not in my nature. But at the same time, I understand that it's something that I'm expected to do because, let's face it, nobody's gonna go out of their way to try to pursue me. So, and when you hate something, I guess you want to get it done as quickly as possible. Or in my case, you want to succeed in your efforts as quickly as possible in order to not do it again. And unfortunately, thinking like that kind of invites failure, as I've learned time and time again. But when you experience failure enough, you kind of just stop caring and you just maybe start turning into a villain. Let me explain what happened. I went on a date with another girl. Yeah, for someone who complains as much as I do about how I can't find love, I seem to acquire a fair amount of dates, don't I? I mean, to be fair, these are months apart, but that's besides the point. Point is, as for the date itself, we both agreed that it was great, and we both had every intention on going on a second date. Well, at least I did. We were talking on the phone, one of our many times on the phone, and I start bringing up nerd shit, as in superhero shit. Now, she's seen me in person, so she knows exactly what I'm about. But I guess this time she didn't want to hear me rant about Marvel and DC movies for 20 minutes again. So she says, "Oh, you're bringing it up out of nowhere. Oh, it's so random." Essentially code for, I don't want to hear this shit. And that's fair. But once she said that, I said, well, I don't really have anything else to talk about. And the conversation just went dead. And we both hung up like 2 minutes later. And we kind of just stopped communicating with each other. I mean, we were supposed to go out that Friday, but radio silence. So I guess it was kind of a mutual ghosting. Even though we still followed each other on Instagram and I see her posting on her stories, but unlike the previous girl, I don't care. But here is where the villain shit comes in. I have somehow a bunch of female friends. Now, I know exactly what you're thinking. Oh, it all makes sense now. You're a fuckboy. All this time he's complaining about, oh, he can't get girls. In reality, he's probably trying to smash his female friends. No, they are my friends. That's all. That being said, when you take pictures with your female friends and you post them on Instagram, yeah, I see how it can look bad. And that is exactly what happened. And I feel like a villain because 50% of me wanted to post it because that's what I always do with this female friend. We go to karaoke, I post it on Instagram. It is what it is. But at the same time, the other 50% of me specifically wanted to post it just to see that girl's reaction to it. Because remember, we're still following each other at this point. Within an hour of me posting it, she unfollowed me. And I feel weird about it. I mean, before I would care so much, but now I care so little and I find that jarring. Like, my knee-jerk reaction is to feel like I fucked up. And maybe I did, but Oh well. I mean, on one hand, you can't allow certain things to constantly get to you. But on the other hand, should things like this continue, just how callous and uncaring will I become? That being said, me caring too much isn't all that great either. I mean, how many times can I go, oh, woe is me, due to my bruised ego? That's not fun. But for me to get to the point where I eagerly await someone's negative response to my actions, I don't know how to feel about that. And you want to know the scary part? That's only 50% of me. The other 50% doesn't care. I mean, what else can I do if I get a girl and I can't keep her? On to the next one. Whoever and whenever the next one may be, on to the next one. And the one after that. And the one after that. Okay, all right, I got it. We got it. Yeah. Excuse me.